Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got what they aren't telling you about the San Francisco 49ers. Let's check this out.
Big guaranteed money, and the Niners and Brandon Aiyuk have been unable to reach a long-term contract.
Yeah, this whole situation has just been insane, bro. At one point, you think they're gonna trade Aiyuk, then another, you think they're gonna trade Debo. Like, what the fuck are they finna do, bro?
Aiyuk's blogging of the entire thing, telling me that he's going to the Commanders. AJ, is that what? That's what I took. Congrats to the Commanders getting Brandon Aiyuk.
Shanahan, we trust, right? Church of Shanahan. We shall have a defense. We shall have a wild running game. We shall have a Kittle, but we shall not have a starting quarterback. Is what we shall not have, and you will be fine with it. And that is how you're going to live your life as a Niners fan.
As if the Super Bowl hangover wouldn't be hard enough to deal with, the 49ers now have to handle the drama in the wide receiver room.
I think this is going to be a brutal hangover for the Niners, and yet they have the players that have been there and done that. They have that.
I can't wait for Good Morning Football to come back, bro.
Organizational standpoint, to be up 10 again on that team in the Super Bowl. We're going to be talking about it all offseason. I think it is a bitter pill.
Brandon Aiyuk trade rumors are blowing up, with the 49ers seemingly reluctant to pay his hefty price tag given the other stars on the roster. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how they could possibly pay Brandon Aiyuk.
If he does somehow get traded, I think the Commanders would be at the top of that list because of the relationship he's got with Jaden Daniels.
What this means for their rapidly closing Super Bowl window. Thank you again for Scene Auction for sponsoring this video.
W sponsor.
Chancellor's off. If you one of the forget to for what was going to stay or go, 49er fans are going through it all over again, this time with Brandon Aiyuk. The San Francisco talented ex-wide receiver enjoyed a breakout year in 2023, but his likelihood of repeating that in the 49ers red and gold seems to be up in the air after a recent social media post. Now, as we all know from the past weekend, Aiyuk posted a video of himself talking to his former college teammate and friend Jaden Daniels, who just so happens to be the newly recruited quarterback for the Washington Commanders.
What? What happened, bro? They said they don't want me back. I swear.
Damn, bro. But the Niners didn't say that though.
And I mean, given the fact that right now Brandon Aiyuk currently
that's what I heard. They didn't say that.
You really don't.
But maybe he thinks that because of the offers that they offer to him, like maybe he thinks that they're lowballing him a little bit. Maybe he wants more money, you know?
Exactly what he's talking about in that video. And I mean, look, those two already have a very solid relationship, and on top of that, they've already played together. And the fact that the Commanders are in the middle of an explosive rebuild right now, it really does beg the question. Is Aiyuk gonna head to maybe the Commanders and team up with Jaden Daniels? If the rumors do become true, then the 49ers Super Bowl ambitions will be hugely dented. Like, I mean, Aiyuk is the one player on the team who is an elite separator who can beat man coverage and win downfield consistently. He thrived as Purdy's #1 weapon in 2023, and his departure from the team would be a massive handicap for this offense. And before you jump into the comment section and already start yelling at me about how, oh, they still have Christian McCaffrey, oh, they still have Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk is a different type of athlete on the field with those two. Now look, we're really going to break this down right now because Samuel is the zone beater of the group, getting the ball in space and rumbling through defenders for additional yards. It's a very important skill set to have on the field, but not as valuable as what Aiyuk brings to the table. Aiyuk's presence on the field means that the defense has to stay honest and respect the danger posed to deeper pockets of the field. His route running is among the best in the league, and he is a reliable
definitely a top 5 route runner.
Situations when nothing else is available. Last year's offense put up the second most points scored per game with 28.6, and that will completely be thrown off if he is traded, allowing defenses to hone in much more on the run and short passing game. And I mean, straight up, it would just be downright dumb of the 49ers to even try to pull the trigger on a Brandon Aiyuk trade. But I mean, we have seen dumber things happen from front offices in the NFL.
With the DeAndre Hopkins trade, that was absolutely idiotic. Trading this nigga for David Johnson, like, come on now.
Try to get traded. What does that do to the team chemistry? Like, I mean, this is a crucial year for the 49ers that we're going to go over right now. And if Brandon Aiyuk is going to distract them from their main goal of winning a Super Bowl, maybe it's better that he does get traded then, because it's going to take everything they have to finally cross the finish line after falling short so many years in a row now. Like, I mean, for 49ers fans, this is really going to feel like deja vu after going through the exact same thing with Deebo Samuel 2 years ago. Samuel showed a lot of public frustration towards the team, creating a very strong perception that there was no way he would return. Fast forward a few months now, Samuel signed a shiny new $71.5 million contract with the 49ers, and all the bad blood was forgotten. Given Ayuk's development into an elite separator and dangerous downfield weapon, it is hard to see the team letting go of him. But you can't deny that they are financially.
I think they should trade Deebo instead, though.
Couple of years,
like that has been my thing from day one.
Greatest contract in NFL history. Their selection of Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant has produced Pro Bowl caliber quarterback play at supreme bargain prices. Like, I mean, for under $1 million a year, he has taken them to the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl in his first 2 seasons in the NFL. He has a 24-7 win-loss record so far and led all quarterbacks in passer rating in 2023. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. His $985,000 annual salary has allowed them to stack the rest of the roster around him, creating a scenario where they boast the NFL's best players at several different positions, including Christian McCaffrey at running back, Trent Williams at left tackle, Juszczyk at fullback, and Fred Warner at linebacker. I mean, you know we got to show the fullback some love too, because I mean, that dude's sick. In addition to those studs, the 49ers have benefited from the services of superstar wide receivers in Samuel and Ayuk, a top 3 tight end in George Kittle, and a top 10 cornerback in Tre'Davious Ward. Like, I mean, with all this talent around the roster, they all deserve to get paid. And it's not going to last very long once Purdy does decide to pull up and try to negotiate about his contract next. Like, I mean, we all just saw what happened with Trevor Lawrence and his contract. Can you imagine what Brock Purdy is going to get paid now?
Sheesh.
After seeing what him, Jordan Love, and now even maybe Dak Prescott, it's about to get $60 million a year. Brock Purdy's about to
this
get like
fucking
$1 billion.
contract. These contracts continue to get out of control, bro. Like, it is insane.
$270 million deal gives him the league's second.
Somebody's gonna end up getting 300 mil, bro. And I like this. Like, could they keep raising the salary cap too?
Season that also featured
it was making it worse.
A completion percentage of 65.5%. Overall, this resulted in a quarterback rating of 56.1 according to ESPN. In comparison, Purdy completed 69.4% of his passes, amassing 4,280 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, earning himself a quarterback rating of 72.8, which led the league. And now, yes, I know that Purdy does benefit from having more stars around him than Trevor Lawrence does, but the numbers are still just so impressive. Like, I mean, if the dude turns out another season along those lines, like I said, they're gonna have to give him like $1 billion because of where the quarterback market is going. Of course, the 49ers are hoping that Purdy does just that, but there have to be at least some doubts about whether he is worth it. Like, I mean, there is no denying that he has an incredible resume for a second-year player, while also leading the league in many advanced passing metrics, but the question remains, is he just a product of an elite offense in a Shanahan system? And honestly, I think the more important question that everybody really isn't asking right now is, once he does get his huge contract and this roster has to take some hits, is he still going to be playing at that caliber? Included within Purdy's impressive stats in
that is a great question.
Was a 3.6 turnover worthy throw rate, which was the 11th worst in the NFL. NBC's Chris Sims recently rated him as his 17th best quarterback, referencing several passes in the playoffs that should have been intercepted as one of the reasons why. The other factor that may concern 49ers fans is Purdy's...
Bro, what the fuck is this list, bro? Okay. Lamar should be 2. For 1, he's better than Joe Burrow. Burrow has only beaten Lamar once, okay? And Lamar's way better than Josh Allen, bro. Argue with the fucking wall, bro. Come on now.
Clear dip in production.
Come on now. After Josh Allen had the most turnovers in the league last year?
Start against the Green Bay Packers.
That's bullshit.
Continued a trend of Purdy really struggling when playing.
And how is Josh Allen better than Joe Burrow?
Really playing in the rain. It's not like a make or break of whether he's going to be a good quarterback. Like, of course, if he can play in the rain or can't play in the rain, it's not going to make him a terrible quarterback or a great quarterback. But it's just things to think about. Like, I think if you don't have that system around him, or if he's not in that Shanahan system, I truly don't know if Purdy would be that great of a quarterback. And I mean, the 49ers are about to make one of the toughest decisions and have to put a lot of money into their quarterback without knowing all these answers. Given the strength of the 49ers roster in 2024, it is more than likely that Purdy will put together another strong year and give the 49ers 49ers no choice but to pay up. But could that spell disaster? Like, I mean, if we assume that Purdy's benchmark will be somewhere near the contract that Lawrence got, the increase in his salary from $1 million to $50 million will put immense strain on the 49ers roster, something that they have not had to experience for a few years now. Like, I mean, when you consider the guys that they do have to pay and really aren't going to go anywhere, like Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, and Fred Warner, who are all staples of this franchise and team, there is absolutely no way that they are going to be able to pay Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel with Purdy's contract and keep them all together.
Facts,
and I mean,
bro.
not even just
One of them gotta go.
There's going to be other cap casualties that happen because of this contract that they're not going to be able to keep. And honestly, it could cause the offensive and defensive side of the ball to decline a significant amount. And now with all of that in mind, it really does beg the question, is this the final year for the 49ers to have their Super Bowl window open, or has that already closed? I mean, that's a serious question, because it isn't just about the financial issues that they're going to have because of this contract, but also because of the several players that are just starting to get older and just age becoming a serious
like
factor
Trent
now.
Williams.
Trent Williams is now 35 years old.
Isn't Kittle
Officially an
getting
age
older
where
too?
Retirement is a realistic scenario.
Kittle
at
pushing
any
30.
moment. Javon Hargrave on the defensive line and tight end George Kittle will both be 31 by the midpoint of the 2020.
So he's already in his
Christian
30s.
McCaffrey
Okay.
is now 28, and he was the Madden cover athlete, so that also everybody has in the back of their mind is thinking the same thing, but I'm not going to say it. And I mean, fans are already very conscious of how quickly it can go downhill for a running back, with countless examples of performance levels falling off a cliff around this age. The team has done a good job of finding some younger talent to nurture over the coming years, but it is these aging players that hold the 49ers Super Bowl hopes in their hands. They headline a supremely talented team, but one that is incredibly vulnerable to injury, and time is running out. And I mean, the third and most immediate point of concern has to be the offensive line. Aside from Purdy, no player is more important to the 49ers than left tackle Trent Williams at the moment. The future Hall of Famer is the one reliable name on the offensive line, propping up a unit that lacks any other notable talent. John Feliciano did put together some good performances at right guard, but the rest of the line was a liability. And I mean, honestly, this vulnerability is partially hidden by the fact that Purdy is good at executing Shanahan's schemes and getting the ball out so quickly, but it is a dangerous line to tread, and the 49ers paid the price for neglecting the offensive line in the Super Bowl. On that third down at the Chiefs' 9-yard line in overtime, both Brandon Ayuk and Jawan Jennings beat man coverage to get open for the potential.
Wow, that would have been a touchdown too.
Wide open lane to attack. I mean, the dude came in completely untouched. Jones,
yeah, like what the fuck?
Lane to attack. I mean, the dude.
Okay, bro, who the hell is this nigga?
Dude came in completely.
Come on now, bro.
Untouched. Jones
That's the main guy you gotta block.
Forcing the young quarterback to throw the ball harmlessly out of bounds. It could have been the easiest of touchdowns to two different players, instead resulting in a lost play that would be the 49ers' last offensive.
Shit, we could have saw a double overtime.
From Jones was a pivotal moment, but it was also his easiest of the game. It was a misunderstanding by the right guard that opened up the gaping hole on the offensive line, and Purdy had absolutely no chance. And I mean, yes, for the most part, this offensive unit just kind of glossed over the issues that they had on the offensive line, but when it really mattered in the Super Bowl and just kind of throughout the playoffs, that's where it really stood out. San Francisco surprised many by waiting until the third round to address the position.
God
in the draft.
damn.
And Francisco surprised many by waiting until the third round.
Holy shit! Who the fuck is that?
Drafting a competent
oh
could have the
god
to be an
damn!
starter sooner rather than later.
Lay that nigga out, gang.
Position. Trent Williams could retire at any moment, and on the other side of the line,
I think Trent Williams has got like 2 more seasons left in him.
Sacks and 44 hurries.
That's if he can stay healthy, but if he can't, then this might be his last season.
Fair to say, and honestly, just a little bit of a shock to everybody, that if Trent Williams gets injured or just the 49ers line gets one injury, they're that one injury away from being one of the worst offensive lines in the league. And even if then Williams does decide to retire after the 2024 season, where does that leave this team then? They would have a $50 million quarterback in Brock Purdy, but a dismal group of offensive linemen to protect him. Like, how does that make any sense? But there is no doubt that the 49ers
so the draft comes into play
in recent years and still boast one of the most loaded rosters in the NFL. But vulnerabilities and causes for concern are starting to emerge. The Brandon Ayuk,
but I feel like, bro, in the draft, that's what they should have drafted an offensive lineman in the first round, bro, instead of drafting Ricky Pearsall. Like, come on now.
Situation where the 49ers are
Pearsall would have been still there in the second round.
Monster quarterback contract looming on the horizon. A lot lot of cap casualties will plague this team following the 2024 season, which combined with the age of some of their most important players raises serious questions over the future of this team. I mean, after knocking on the Super Bowl door so many times, is 2024 the last year of San Francisco's Super Bowl window, or is it already closed? Honestly, for me, I do think that it is coming to a close, and I think that the 49ers, I might have a hot take here, but I think the Rams or Cardinals are going to win that division this year.
Oh, damn. That shit just came out of nowhere. Really, bro? Wait, hold up. The Cardinals? Wait, hold.
I might have a hot take here, but I think the Rams or Cardinals are going.
Cardinals ain't winning shit, nigga. What the fuck? Bro, the Cardinals they're not even close to even a playoff team, bro. Like, they probably win like 5 games at most this season. The Rams, yeah, I get. Or even the Seahawks, bro. But the Cardinals, no.
Going to win that division this year. I don't know.
But the Rams might have a better shot.
Teams I think is going to shock everybody and win the NFC West. I could be crazy though, and the 49ers could just completely steamroll everybody and go 16-0, 17-0, I guess I should say now. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think their record is going to be. Give me a prediction. How are they going to do? Is their Super Bowl window?
I'll say 11-5. I'll say 11-5 for now.
For me, I would say that it is probably about this far open, and also that I do think that their record is going to be like 12-4, right around there with the Lions. They'll be like a 2 or a 3 seed, I think. But let me know in the comment section below what you think, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.
Hey man, what do you guys think about all of this? You know what I'm saying, with the Brandon Ayuk situation? Do y'all think that the Niners Super Bowl window is closing? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoy everything. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notification, notify whenever I drop another banger video. We're on the road to 300 subs. I'm gonna get there for more banger NFL content like this. Without further ado, I'm out. Gang.